Hello children. So here once again your English teacher with your English subject. Today we shall start Unit 4, The Blind Dog. The Blind Dog, which is written by R.K. Narayan. Before going to start the unit, let us know something about the writer. Reared by his grandmother, Narayan completed his education in 1930 and briefly worked as a teacher before deciding to devote himself to writing. His first novel, Swami and Friends, is an episodic narrative recounting the adventures of a group of schoolboys. That book and much of Narayan's later works are set in the fictitious South Indian town of Malgudi. So here children, fictitious means not real or true, or you can also call it as a imaginary. It means that Narayan's later works are set in the imaginary stories in a South Indian town of Malgudi. Narayan typically portrays the peculiarities of human relationship and the ironies of Indian daily life. So here ironies means a situation that is unusual or amusing. Okay, so in which modern urban existence clashes with ancient tradition. His style is graceful, marked by genial humor, elegance, and simplicity. Next slide. Among the best received of Narayan's 34 novels are The English Teacher, Waiting for the Mahatma, The Guide, The Man-Eater of Malgudi, The Vendor of Sweets, and A Tiger for Malgudi. Narayan also wrote a number of short stories collections include Lowly Road, A Horse and Two Goats, and other stories under the Banyan Tree and other stories and The Grandmother's Tale. In addition to works of non-fiction, he also published short and modern prose versions of two Indian epics, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Children, once the Malgudi days, this serial which is belonged to the stories of South India was very famous once upon a time, which is broadcasted recently also. Now, let us come to the main unit. People love animals and keep them as pets. Take goats for example. Dogs are well fed, bathed, groomed, and taken out for walks and rides. Their masters get them good medical care. In the end, they are sometimes put to sleep to help them escape the pangs of death. There are also people who keep animals to make them work for them. They feed them well to keep them strong. Because children, as the title is about the dog, so here the story is also about the dog. So in the full unit we will discuss about the dog and its life and about its owner. See here, at first generally, if we think generally, people love animal and keep them as pets. For example, we can take dogs. Dogs are well fed, bathed, groomed, and they were taken out for walks and rides, and their masters get them a good medical care, sometimes put to sleep to help them escape and the pangs of death. And also there are people who keep animals to make them work for them. For example, in the police department, dogs are fed. So like that, in many ways, for many reasons, these animals are domesticating. So before going to start the unit, look at the glossary. Culvert. Culvert means a passage for waste water that passes under the road. Just you can call it as a drainages. Okay. Stirred. Stirred means here attracted. Next one. Scrooge means here or someone who gives trouble. Next one. Leer. Slay, unpleasant look. Next one. Circumscribed means kept within narrow limits. Next one. Haunt means familiar places. Next one. Orbit, here the restricted path. Next one. Lumber, cause difficulty by giving unwanted responsibility. Why should be there? Next one. Haunches relieved means bone of back leg standing out. So children, these glossaries you can also have in your textbook. Next, come to the textbook. So better if you have your textbook with you. Have you heard of SPCA? What is the meaning of this abbreviation? SPCA, the Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animal. It says we must not treat animal cruelly. So this is one of a wing which is working for the animals, against of cruelty of animals. So which is called as a SPCA, which means the Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animal. What it said? It said we must not treat animals cruelly. In this story, some people help a poor mongrel to run away from its cruel master, but the poor thing comes back to him and falls into his clutches again. So once one side where SPCA is telling that we must not treat animal cruelly. It means that we should not hurt these type of animals. Where in this story, one such a mongrel dog will come, roadside dog will come, to which one such a blind person, he reared it, he domesticated it for his selfishness only, and looking at the difficulties of that dog, some people, they helped that poor dog to run away from that cruel master. But even also at last that poor dog comes back to him and falls into his clutches again. So this is the story of this unit. See, next slide. Read the story at home before it is read in the class. Follow carefully your teacher's model reading. Read the story at home to improve your reading ability. Children, if you people are not reading daily, then you cannot improve your reading. As like if you not writing daily, so you will not improve your handwriting also. So both are very necessary. Next, see the first para. It was not a very impressive or high class dog. It was one of those commonplace dogs one sees everywhere. Color of white and dust, tail mutilated at a young age by God knows whom. See children, already I told you that this is a common roadside dog, not very impressive and also not very high class dog. It was a commonplace dog which we can see everywhere. Roadside dog it is, and its color is white, and because of I already told you that it is a commonplace dog, so that's why it is a very dusty ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಧೂಳು ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. Yes, dusty. Tail mutilated, it means that its tail was mutilated at a very young age. And also R.K. Narayan also, the writer was also don't know about who did it. So that's why he is telling God knows whom. Next slide. Born in the street and bred on the earning and garbage of the marketplace, he had spotty eyes and undistinguished carriage and needleless pugnacity. See, born in the street means already you people know that this is a common dog which we can found in the streets. So this dog is also born in the roadside in one such a street, and it was earning its bread from that place only, and also it was having its bread from garbage. And also yes, in the marketplace there was one such a garbage which you can usually see in the marketplaces. So from that place this dog was earning its bread, and he had a spotty eyes, very spotty eyes he was having, and also yes, and also undistinguished carriage and needleless pugnacity. So here pugnacity means someone who is ready to quarrel or to start a fight. So this dog was having a very spotty eyes and undistinguished carriage and needless pugnacity. It means that the dog was always ready to start a fight. Why? Because of the food, naturally. Next one. He was 2 years old. He had earned the scars of 100 fights on his body. When he needed rest on hot afternoons, he lay curled up under the culvert at the eastern gate of the market. In the evening, he set out on his daily rounds, loafed in the surrounding streets and lanes, engaged himself in skirmishes, picked up edibles on the roadside, and was back at the market gate by nightfall. So he was 2 years old. He had earned the scars. Scars means such a marks which were made by other animals when this dog was fighting with other animals. Okay, ಸೊ ಸ್ಕಾರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಗೆರೆಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆನಾ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಡಾಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅರ್ನ್ಡ್ scars 2 years when it was 2 years old. Hundreds of scars were there on its body, and he needed rest on hot afternoon. On hot afternoon only the dog used to take rest, and he lay curled up under the culvert. Culvert, I already said that culvert meaning is culvert meaning is, you can tell it as a underground drainage. Okay, so in those places, why? Because drainage, of course, water will flow there and the dirty water will flow there. So in the hot afternoon, so it was a coolest place for this dog, so that's why it used to go there and take rest in that culvert. I mean the place where dirty water flows. And yes, this was in the eastern gate of the market, same market. In the evening he set out on his daily rounds. In the evening also it was rounding in the street. Why? Because Lane engaged himself in skirmishes. Skirmishes means yes, a minor dispute or contest between between the groups. It means that it used to engage itself in fighting with other dog groups. Picked up edibles on the roadside. Whatever the eatable things were thrown by people on the roadside, so it was picking all the edible on those roadsides and was back at the market. So same, it was coming to the same market at night. Next one slide. This life went on for 3 years, and then occurred a change in his life. A beggar, blind of both eyes, appeared at the marketplace. An old woman led him up there early in the morning, seated him at the gate, and came up again at midday with some food, gathered his coins, and took him home at night. So there was a slight change in the life of that same dog after 3 years. It means that when the dog became 3 years old, so one such a change came in its life. What is that? A beggar blind of both eyes. A beggar who was blind appeared in the same market place. He used to sat near to the market gate, and the beggar was brought by an old woman daily early in the morning. She used to seated him at the gate, at the market gate, and she used to come again at the midday with some food. She used to give him some food, and at the evening she used to gather all the coins, because already you know that the man was not blind only, he was also beggar. So by begging, which coins he earned, the old woman used to gather all the coins and took him home at night. So this was their daily routine. Next slide. The dog was sleeping nearby. He was stirred by the smell of food. He got up, came out of his shelter, and stood before the blind man, wagging his tail and gazing expectantly at the bowl. As he was eating his sparse meal, the blind man swept his arms about and asked, "Who is there?" At which the dog went up and licked his hand. So what has happened? So when usually the blind beggar used to sit at the market gate, one day what happened? This dog was also sitting near to that market gate. So one day what happened? He was stirred by the smell of food, because already you know that old woman usually daily she used to bring some food for the blind beggar at midday. So that's why when this blind beggar was eating that food, one day what happens? The smell came to the nose of the dog, so he was stirred by the smell of that food, and he got up, came near to the person, blind man, wagging his tail. Wagging ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಅಲ್ಲಾಡಿಸೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಗಾಡಿಸೋದು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ wagging his tail and gazing expectantly, looking towards the blind beggar and looking towards the food expectantly to the bowl ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಟ್ಲ, as he was eating his sparse meal. So when the blind beggar was eating that food which was in the bowl, so very expectantly the dog was looking at the bowl by wagging its tail. And about that the blind beggar also he was having such a doubt that someone is near to him. So that's why he asked, who is there? So for that question what the dog did? The dog went up and licked his hand. Next slide. The blind man stroked its coat gently from tail to ear and said, "What a beauty you are! Come with me." He threw a handful of food which the dog ate gratefully. It was perhaps an auspicious moment for starting a friendship. They met every day there, and the dog cut off much of its rambling to sit up beside the blind man and watch him receive alms morning to evening. See, when the dog came near to the blind beggar and it licked ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ನೆಕ್ಕುದು, licked his hand ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಅವನ ಕೈಯ ನೆಕ್ತು. So after that only the blind beggar come to know that it is a dog. When he coated gently from tail to ear on the dog, so then after only he come to know that this is a dog. So that's why he said, what a beauty you are, come with me. You are very beautiful, so come with me, daily you should come with me, he said. And he threw handful of food to that dog which the dog ate gratefully. It was perhaps an auspicious moment for starting a friendship. So like this there was a friendship in between the both means who are here, one is a dog and another one is a blind beggar. And from on that day they met every day there, and the dog cut off much more rambling, and it used to sit up beside the blind man, and it used to watch him receiving alms morning to evening. Alms means I already told you that this blind man was a beggar. So what he will earn from the begging, no? That is called as a alms. Next slide. In course of time observing him, the dog understood that the passers-by must give a coin, and whoever went away without dropping a coin was chased by the dog. He tugged the edge of their clothes and pulled them back to the old man at the gate and let go only after something was dropped in his bowl. So usually when this was became the routine to that dog, so that's why what it started doing. So in course of time, observing all these, the dog understood that who will pass in front of that blind beggar, they should have to give such a coin. Whoever went away without dropping a coin, what the dog was doing, the dog was chasing to those people. He tugged the edge of their clothes, and again it was pulling them back to the beggar. And at the gate, who was sitting at the gate, and let go only after something was dropped in his bowl. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ನಾಯಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಕತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಯಾರು ಈ ಅಂಧ ಭಿಕ್ಷುಕನ ಮುಂದಿನ ಹಾಯ್ದು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರೂ ಅವನ ಬೌಲಿಗೆ ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಹಾಕಲೇಬೇಕು, ನಾಣ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಎಸಿಲೇಬೇಕು, ಒಂದಾದರೂ ನಾಣ್ಯವನ್ನು ಎಸಿಬೇಕು. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಎಸಿದೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಈ ನಾಯಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ತುದಿಯನ್ನು ಹಿಡಿದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಪುಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಳೆದು ಆ ಬೆಗ್ಗರ್ನ ಕಡೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ಅವ್ರ ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೋಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಇರದೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಅದು ಬಿಡ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್. ಲುಕ್ ಎಟ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. Among those who frequented this place was a village urchin who had the mischief of a devil in him. He liked to tease the blind man by calling him names and by trying to pick up the coins in his bowl. See, not only that, so this is very interesting, where there was a friendship in between the dog and blind beggar. Among those in that marketplace, so was a village urchin. So urchin means here a boy. So one such a village urchin was there who had the mischief. So the boy was just like a devil, mischievous, very mischievous, and the boy liked to tease the blind beggar. He used to tell him many names. Every time the boy was hurting the blind beggar by calling him with many names, and not only that, he was also trying to pick up some coins from his bowl. Why? Because the beggar was blind. So how can he look? Look at the next slide. The blind man helplessly shouted and cried the his staff. On Thursdays, this boy appeared at the gate carrying on his head a basket loaded with a cucumber or plantain. Every Thursday afternoon, it was a crisis in the blind man's life. So blind man helplessly, he used to shouted and cried on this boy. Whose boy? Who was a mischievous boy, and who used to call him with a various names to this blind beggar. Not only that, but also the boy used to take some of the coins from the beggar's alms. So that's why usually the beggar was shouted and cried on this boy. And yes, one such a day, on Thursday, this boy appeared at the gate carrying on his head a basket loaded with a cucumber or plantain. See, on Thursday, especially Thursday, the problems of this blind beggar were multiplied. Why? Because on Thursday, this boy appeared with carrying on his head a basket loaded, which was loaded with a cucumber or plantain. Cucumber, you know the meaning of cucumber. Plantain means a banana. You can also observe in the slide. Okay, sometimes he used to bring cucumbers in his basket, and sometimes it was full with a plantain or banana. So every Thursday afternoon it was a crisis. Crisis means fight in the blind man's life. Next one. A seller of bright colored but doubtful perfumes with his wares mounted on a wheeled platform. A man who spread out cheap story books on a gunny sack. Another man who carried colored ribbons on an elaborate frame. These were the people who usually gathered under the same arch. So usually you know that is a market place, market gate. Not only these three. So the village boy usually daily he used to come and he used to give troubles to that blind beggar, no doubt. But Thursday, full day, the blind beggar was hurted by that boy. Not only these, but also there was a seller of bright colored but doubtful perfumer. Perfume seller was also used to sit there only, mounted all these perfumes on a wheeled platform. You can also see left side first picture. A perfume seller. So he used to sit on the same platform, and one more man was there who spread out cheap story books. You can also see in the middle picture. And another one was who carried colored ribbons, last right side. So these three were also sitting in the same market place, and these were the people who usually gathered under the same arch. Next slide. On a Thursday, when the young man appeared at the eastern gate, one of them remarked, Blind fellow, here comes your Scrooge. See, on Thursday, I already told you that on Thursday, the blind beggar's problems became multiplied, because young man, when the blind beggar appeared at the market gate from the eastern side, one of them means perfumer, perfume seller, storybook seller and ribbon seller. One of them remarked, blind fellow, here comes young Scrooge. Scrooge means what is there? Someone who gives trouble. It means that they were talking in between themselves when the blind beggar was entering to the marketplace. One of them means boy also on Thursday, perfumer, perfume seller, storybook seller, ribbon seller and boy. One of them, what they remarked, blind fellow, here comes your Scrooge. Scrooge, I already told you that who gives trouble. Yes, your troublemaker is coming now. Okay, look at the next one. Oh God, is this Thursday? He wailed. He swept his arms about and called, Dog, dog, come here. Where are you? Made the peculiar noise, brought the dog to his side. He stroked his head and muttered, Don't let that little rascal. At this very moment, the boy came up with a leer on his face. So after that only the blind beggar used to remember, oh God, is this a Thursday? Yes, that was a Thursday. So he swept his arms and he started calling dog, because on that day he not came alone, because along with him there was a dog. So that's why he started calling, dog, dog, come here. and where are you? And it came, and also the beggar muttered to the dog, don't let that little rascal. Little rascal means the boy who used to give trouble to that blind beggar. So that's why the blind beggar is muttering to his dog that don't let that little rascal. At this very moment, the boy came up with a leer on his face. So after when the boy heard that the blind beggar was giving orders to his dog, so the boy became very angry. Then he started talking. Blind man, still pretending you have no eyes? If you are really blind, you should not know this either. He stopped, his hand moving towards the bowl. The dog sprang on him and snapped his jaws on his wrist. The boy extricated his hand and ran for his life. The dog bounded up behind him and chased him out of the market. So, when the boy became very angry, when the blind beggar ordered his dog should not leave that rascal, so the boy became very angry and started shouting on the blind beggar. Blind man still pretending, you have no eyes. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಣ್ಣು ಇರ್ಲಾರ್ದನೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಕಣ್ಣಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನಕತ್ತ. And you should not know this either. So by telling him, shouting on him, he stopped and his hands moved towards the bowl. Why? Because to pick up some of the coins from the bowl. But in the meantime, the dog sprang on him and snapped his jaws on his wrist. Wrist means where we can tie the hand watches. Okay, that is called as a wrist. So and that watch is called as a wrist watch also. So it used to pick up the jaws on his wrist. And suddenly the boy started running for his life, and the dog chased that boy out of the market. Next one. See the mongrel's affection for this old fellow, marveled the perfume vendor. So looking these all, what the perfume vendor said. He said that, see the mongrel's affection for this old fellow. This old fellow means blind beggar, he said. Next one. 7th paragraph. One evening at the usual time, the old woman failed to turn up and the blind man waited at the gate, worrying as the evening grew into night. As he sat fretting there, a neighbor came up and said, Sammy, don't wait for the old woman. She will not come again. She died this afternoon. So what happened? One evening, when the blind beggar was waiting for the old woman, because she used to daily take him to home, but on that day she not came. So he was waiting for her from evening to night, and he sat fretting there. So in the meantime, one such a neighbor came up and he said, Sammy. So here blind beggar's name is Sammy. Sammy, don't wait for the old woman. So today you should not wait for her. She should not come. She will not come. Why? Because she died this afternoon. Next one. The blind man lost the only home he had and the only person who cared for him in this world. The ribbon vendor suggested, Here, take this white tape. He held a length of the white cord and which he had been selling. I will give this to you free of cost. Tie it to the dog and let him lead you about if he is really so fond of you. So here what the ribbon seller said, when those sellers, I mean perfume vendor, bookseller and ribbon seller, both all they know about the old woman, that she is no more. So that's why what the ribbon seller is telling, ribbon vendor is suggested to the blind beggar. Now I am giving you a white tape, I mean ribbon. Do one thing, that you should tie it in the neck of the dog, and let him lead you about if he is really so fond of you. If he is really so fond of you, then he should lead you from today onwards, because he lost, the blind beggar lost, I mean Sami lost the only one home which he had. So that's why the ribbon seller is telling that I will give you one such a white ribbon tape. You should tie it into the dog's neck, and from today onwards it will lead you. Next slide. Life for the dog took a new turn now. He came to take the place of the old woman. He lost his freedom completely. His world came to be circumscribed by the limits of the white cord which the ribbon vendor had spared. He had to forget wholesale all his old life, all his old haunts. He simply had to stay on forever at the end of that string. So here life for the dog took a new turn here, because when the old woman was there, the dog was free. Now the old woman, she is not there, she died, and because of that the dog was now tied with a white tape, white cord, which was given freely by the ribbon seller. And the dog took the place of old woman, and it also lost its freedom completely. His world only came to be circumscribed by the limits of the white cord. It means that white ribbon, I mean white ribbon is having such a length, so it means that the dog's freedom was limited to the length of that ribbon which was given by the ribbon vendor, and the dog had to forget his wholesale all his old life and all his old haunts. Haunts means a place or friends, and simply it had to stay with the blind beggar forever. Next one. When he saw other dogs, friends or boys, instinctively he sprang up, tucking the string, and this invariably earned him a kick from his master. Rascal, want to tumble me down? Have sense. In a few days, the dog learned to discipline his instinct and impulse. He ceased to take notice of other dogs, even if they came up and growled at his side. He lost his own orbit of movement and contact with his fellow creatures. Now, when he used to saw other dogs, other means his friends, the boys, so it used to sprang up, tagging, because now the dog was tied by the white ribbon, by which invariably it earned some kicks from his master. So the master used to shout on the Dog, rascal, want to tumble me down? Have a sense. He used to, shout on that dog. Within a few days, the dog learnt discipline, instinct, and impulse. And also, he ceased to take notice of other dogs, even if they came up and growled at his side. He lost his own orbit of movement and contact, and also the dog lost the contacts with his friends or foes. You can also look in the picture. There are many dogs who came to help this poor dog.